Thank you. Thank you for your response. Okay, let me put it in presentation mode. Okay, so a little bit of brief about me for all those who are attending for the first time. My name is Saroj Kumar Singh, and I'm member of Royal Institution of Chartered Surveyor. Uh, I have worked as quantity surveyor, as project manager for companies here in India. I have worked as a client, as a consultant, as a contractor, and then I have founded my own firm, that is Alpha Consulting, which is a cost consulting firm, and it also deals with training and development of construction professionals. I have been closely associated with RICS for the last 3 years, uh, and helping them in assessment interviews. I'm the part of the panel member for assessments, and I have done assessments for APC candidates as well as senior professional candidates, right? I have also been associated with helping candidates to achieve MRICS, and coached more than 100 candidates to successfully qualify. That includes senior professionals as well. Many senior professionals have qualified through our assistance from different regions, from South Asia, UK, from Africa. Uh, so all across the globe, we are privileged to have candidates qualifying through our guidance and support. Okay. Okay, so what we are going to discuss today, I will go into a brief of what RICS is all about, what RICS is doing, what is this charter certification, MRICS, why you need to do MRICS, what are the eligibility criteria, 6 things you must know before you start your journey, and then a roadmap to achieve your MRICS through senior professional assessment route. Right after that, I will also go into explaining how we are helping the professionals, what services you will get through us if you want to achieve your MRICS through Alpha Consulting support, right? Okay, so this is a bit brief about RICS. I will not go into in a comprehensive discussion of this, because you can get this information so readily available on RICS portal. So this is a globally recognized professional body in built environment that regulates the profession, surveying profession, right? And set up the standards, professional standards. They regulate the members across the globe through their ethical standards and rules of conduct. Right? They also publish journals, literatures that acts as a benchmark for regulating the professions. Right? Now, there are 150,000 qualified professionals all across the globe. They're operating in more than 100 countries today, have offices in significant financial market. Uh, so, frankly speaking, MRICS has become a criteria for well-established or reputed organizations to hire the employees and the team members for them. And I have seen many job offers that specifically seek MRICS professionals. That is one of the criteria, that the candidates should be MRICS, right? So it is becoming entry level criteria for few of specific positions in the company, right? And if you are a senior professional, you should not miss out on it, because for you for you as a senior professional, it will be relatively easier than people who are going through the APC process. That is more rigorous process. If you have worked for more than 10-15 years in the industry, and if you are holding a senior level position in the company, now, what is senior level? I will explain, because all senior level will not qualify for senior professional assessment route. There is some criteria or indicators that needs to be demonstrated by the candidate. Okay. So you should not miss out on this, right? And in relatively shorter period of time, you will be able to achieve MRICS if you go through senior professional assessment route. Okay. Now, what MRICS does, so they regulate the profession, they have ethical codes of conduct. So if you become the member of RICS, you are bound by those ethical conducts. They offer DSR solutions. DSR means dispute resolution solution services are also there. They publish industry guidance standards, right? Um, the most important part that RICS does is it it enforces the strong code of ethics, right? And if you become a member, it will be your obligation as a member to be bound by those ethics. So, which indirectly creates a trust factor between the client and the professional, right? So, every client wants the professionals to be ethical, right? So, you can find technically competent people, you may find, but finding ethically integrated people is really difficult. So that is where the role of RICS comes. And if somebody is carrying the membership of this institution, so it is taken as a benchmark of integrity and ethical conduct, right? So it is important. It creates a trust factor. MRICS, what is MRICS? It's a chartered qualification. It's a member of Royal Institution of Chartered Survey. So the full form is Member of Royal Institution of Chartered Survey. Now it's a chartered qualification. If you are through the quantity surveying route, you will be said as chartered surveyor. And if you are through the project management route, you will be chartered project manager. Right? So it's a stamp of excellence, or you can say it's a mark of trust in the industry if you achieve this MRICS. And now benefits of MRICS, these are some of the benefits: competitive edge, passport to international practice. Yes, so it's a globally recognized, and the global standard is same all across the globe, right? Now, if you are MRICS in South Asia, you'll be equally respected and trusted wherever you do the work as an MRICS, right? So it's a global standard. There are many candidates, those who qualified from South Asia, are successfully practicing in UK, are successfully practicing in um, Middle East countries. So they're equally respected, right? Okay, so what are the eligibility criteria uh, for this MRICS? Now, there are two factors which governs your eligibility. First one is your academic qualification, and second is your experience. Now, if you have RICS accredited degree, right? RICS accredited degree means if you are passed out from any RICS accredited colleges, like in UK, there are many colleges which are accredited by RICS. In India, we have RICS Noida and RICS Mumbai. So those are accredited by RICS. And there are colleges in Sri Lanka which are accredited by RICS. So if you are passed out from those RICS accredited colleges, then and if you have less than 5 years of experience, you can go for this structured training, right? 24 months of structured training. Okay. Now, if you have normal bachelor degree, okay, and less than 5 years, you will not be allowed to go for MRICS. It's not applicable. For if for anyone who has bachelor's degree, they must complete their 5 years to apply to RICS, and they can go for this one, preliminary assessment route, right? Preliminary assessment route. Okay. For RICS accredited degree, if they have 5 to 10 years of experience, they can go for 12 months of structured training and 48 hours of CPT. CPT means learning hours, right? 48 hours of learning hours in 12 months they have to do, and they have to record it or upload it on RICS portal, right? Now, if you have more than 10 years of experience and more than 10 years of experience, then you can go for the senior professional assessment route. But not just 10 years of experience will do. You must have all the indicators which needs to be demonstrated by senior professionals. Like you must be demonstrating leadership, you must be demonstrating managing people and managing resources, and you must be holding advanced level of responsibility in your organization, right? So before allowing you to go for senior professional assessment route, RICS will ask you to submit a profile statement and your CV. RICS will vet your CV and your profile statement, and on the basis of this vetting, they will allow you or they will reject your application. So that depends on uh, effectively you write your profile statement and how your profile statement is matching all those indicators which are laid down by RICS as a benchmark for senior professionals, right? Okay, I'm not going to discuss this structured route and this APC route because today we are more focused on senior professional assessment route. So senior professional, no degree. If you have no degree, still you can go for senior professional assessment route. If you have senior professional indicators in your profile and more than 10 years of experience, right? If you have any undergraduate degree or postgraduate degree, then less than 5 years will also do. If you have senior professional indicators in your profile. Okay. So these are a few terminologies which are related to RICS, like route, as I have mentioned earlier, that there are different routes: structured route, preliminary route, specialist route, academic route. So those who are from academic side, they can also do MRICS. They have a different way, different route to do it. And we have 22 pathways in RICS, like quantity surveying, project management, valuation, facility management. So pathway, route, these are two different things. Sometimes candidates confuse between these two, pathway and route, right? Then CPD is learning hours, continuing professional development, right? It's about enhancing your skills, knowledge. So RICS mandates that every candidate has to do, every senior professional has to do 20 hours of CPD when they go for, before they go for their submissions to RICS, right? So 20 hours of CPD in 1 year they have to do. And if you become a member, then it will be your obligation to do 20 hours of CPD every year and upload that and declare that to RICS that you have done it, right? Then competencies are all those subjects basically that you must learn in your pathway. For quantity surveying and construction, we have 19 competencies. So there'll be some mandatory competencies, there'll be some technical competencies that we'll see going forward. So you have to learn those competencies, okay? Fine. Now, who is senior professional as per RICS? So as per RICS means if you look at RICS uh, candidates guide, it says that an individual with advanced responsibility who is recognized for their impact and career progression within the profession. So advanced responsibility. What is this advanced responsibility? Advanced responsibility means you should not be involved just only in the transaction sort of things. You must be involved in the strategic decision making for your organization. You must be contributing to the KPI, key performance indicators of your organization. So that is advanced level of responsibility. You are leading the organization through managing people. Managing people means managing stakeholders. You are managing your client, your contractor, your team members. So you must be managing people and managing resources, right? Managing resources means financial resources, not human resources. Human resources is the part of managing people. So managing financial resources. So all these indicators should be there as a part of your senior profile. Then only you'll be considered as senior professional, right? So case one, no degree. So if you have no degree, if you have 10 years of relevant experience and senior profile, you can go for senior professional assessment route, undergraduate degree or postgraduate degree, 5 years of experience plus senior profile, right? You can go for it. So senior profile means indicators, behaviors plus competencies. These are the three combinations of your senior profile. Indicators, what are the indicators? So these are the indicators. Leadership, right? Leadership, managing people, managing resources, okay? Position in the organizational structure means you must be delegating your works means some people should be there who will be reporting to you, and in turn, whom you are reporting to is also important, right? So mostly in the higher level of the organization where you are reporting to the managing director or maybe project director, or maybe you yourself, you are project director, so that will help. That will add to your senior professional profile, right? So you have to provide your organizational structure as well when you will be writing your uh, profile statement that needs to be submitted to RICS. Then decision making. Uh, what sort of role you are involved into? Are you involved into strategical decision making? Are you leading through changes or not? Have you implemented any change in the organization or not? So that all these factors will be checked. Are you contributing to the KPIs of your organization or not? That will be checked. International dimension. This is one of criteria, but it's not mandatory that you have to have international dimension. You have to work in the international dimension. It's not like that. You you may not have, but these three things are important: leadership, managing people, managing this. These are mandatory, that it has to be demonstrated, and position in the organizational structure. Then your international dimension is okay. Client base. Are you contributing to create client base? What type of client base you have? Means who are your clients? Those whom you are reporting to or managing the clients. That also adds some value to your senior profile. Recognitions from peer media professionals bodies. Now, if you have earned some recognitions, rewards, if you have membership of any other professional body, that will add to your senior profile. So this is what you can consider as your indicators when you are writing your senior profile statement that needs to be submitted to RIC. Then behaviors. So what are the behaviors? Acting with integrity, ethics should be there as a part of your behavior. Uh, Standard practice, you must be advocating standard practice. You must be taking responsibility to deliver professionalism. You must be demonstrating professionalism. You must be act as a good, you can say, a good ambassador for the profession, and you must be acting in the public interest. So these are the things, these are the behaviors that needs to be demonstrated of a senior professional. And competencies, what competencies you need to be competent at, so that is governed by the this pathway guide of RICS, where you will get the list of competencies that should be demonstrated by you according to your pathway. So say, for example, if you are from project management pathway, you have to refer to the project management pathway guide. So there you will see, there you will see 18, 19 competencies will be there, listed there, right? And you need to understand all those competencies, because these competencies will be inquired, will be asked to you, right? The questions from the competency will be asked to you in your final assessment interview. So you need to learn those competencies and prepare yourself before you go for your final assessment interview, right? Okay, so these are a few basic things that you must know before you start your journey. If you are new to this process, these are a few things that you must consider. Okay, why you are doing it, who should be your mentor, or who should be counselor to you, because this is a procedural, highly procedural certification. Means you have to do a lot of things, submitting the profile statement, getting the approval from RICS, then submitting your documents to RICS like your degree certificates, and then your organizational chart, and your CV, and all these things you have to submit, and then you will get your approval, then you will get the portal, you have to make the payments. Then on the portal you have to do a lot of things there, right? You have to select the competencies, and you have to have your case studies written, submit on the portal. So there are many things that you have to do before you go to the interview, right? And all the things that needs to be done should be as per the procedures mentioned in the candidate this applicant's guide, senior professional applicant's guide. That has to be followed. You cannot miss out on these things, because simple, if you just cross the word limits of your submissions can get rejected. If you are not demonstrating the competencies in your submission, it will get rejected. And very minor factors, very trivial factors can add to the rejections of the candidates. So that's why there's a concept of counselor. So the counselor will be the person who will be checking your submissions, and they will be approving it before it goes to RICS. Right? Before it goes to RICS assessors, your counselor will check it and they will approve your documents if your documents are in line with the RICS required. So who will be your counselor? The counselor must be member or fellow of RICS. Right? Member or fellow of RICS. Okay, so which route and pathway? Finalize your route and pathway. Talk to your counselor, finalize your route and pathway. Submission windows. So there are different submission windows for different region. You must know when is your submission window. What are the documents that you need to prepare and refer to? And finally, how to complete the CPD requirements and what to consider as a part of CPD. Right. So these are basic things that you must know before you start your journey. Right. Now I will quickly go into this 10-step process that every candidate, every senior professional has to follow to get this certification, right? Okay, so the first one, and it is a bit procedural, so maybe it sounds a bit monotonous to you, but it is what it is. Cannot escape it. Right? So first is the application to RICS. Okay, first application to RICS. So what you have to do for application to RICS, simply write, and if you think that you are eligible for senior professional route, okay, so you can simply write email to RICS, okay, uh, subjecting membership of RICS through senior professional assessment route, right? And then you can simply attach your CV and write to them to guide forward, right, for the process. Then they will send you a link. If you click on that link, you have to go for some registration process, right? Registration process, and then you have to submit your profile statement to RICS. This is one process to application to RICS. For application to RICS, there is another process as well. You can directly go to that link. That link is available on RICS. Um, on RICS portal, right? You can directly go to that link and fill up all those data which is required, right? They will require your professional information, your personal informations, your academic information, and then they will ask you to submit your profile statement. Then it will go for vetting to RICS, right? So if your submissions are accepted, if your profile statement is accepted, and it says that yes, you are a senior professional and you are demonstrating all those indicators in your profession, then they will allow you for this. Going forward means they will allow you to go for this route, and they will send you the payment link to make the payment, right? Registration fee. So you pay the registration fee, you will get access to the portal, RICS portal. And on that portal, you have to do the submission of documents. Your counselor will approve your documents on the sport on that portal. You have to do ethics test as well on that portal, right? So this is the first step, application to RICS. And in this application to RICS, your counselor plays a very important role because your counselor has to sign the profile statement for you, right? Sign off counselor is required on the profile statement. That's why that brings us to the next step, that is selecting a counselor and a coach. So selecting a counselor is very important. I would always prefer somebody who is assessor, will be the right person to select as counselor. If you don't get assessor, no problem. You can take help of any other member of RICS or fellow of RICS, those who are well aware of the competencies and the process, those who are guiding other people, right? So responsible people you can get, you can take help of, right? Most preferably somebody who is in your own organization, right? So that you can meet them face to face. That will be an added advantage, right? So that is one factor. So select your counselor and coach. There are a lot many things that your counselor has to do throughout this process, right? Starting from your signing your profile statement to approving your documents, helping you to understand the competencies, helping you to understand the entire process, how to proceed with these certifications. So lot many things your counselor has to do, right? So if you have a right counselor or a coach, then I would say 50% of your work is already done, right? They will help you in selection of the case study. Case study is another document that you have to submit to RICS after you are allowed to go for, means after you get access to your portal, right? Then you have to write the case study and submit to RICS. Okay, so your counselor will also help you in the final assessment interview preparation, right? And keeping you motivated. So these are some of the key role that counselors or the coach play in your journey. So competencies. What competencies you must know, you must learn for your senior professionals? So you will have different types of competencies. One is senior professional competencies. Senior professional competencies. So senior professional competencies are these three. These three are senior professional competencies: leadership, managing people, and managing resources, right? So you have to go through these three competencies, and then there are mandatory and technical competencies. So these are the mandatory competencies, 11 mandatory competencies. What are these mandatory competencies? These are common business skills, right? And behavioral skills that are required of any professional, irrespective of pathway. So these mandatory competencies are same for all the pathways. For valuation, facility management, project management, you will get the same mandatory competencies. Now we have this technical competence. Technical means core competencies and optional competencies. Optional competencies are also technical competencies, right? So optional means you have to select two competencies out of it, right? So here two competencies, and here this 6 competencies in level 3. So I'm showing you quantity surveying and construction pathway competencies. More or less same you will find for project management, right? So there will be also mandatory competencies and core competencies, optional competencies. Okay. So that you have to select and you have to learn these competencies, because these competencies will be inquired and questioned during the final interview, right? Now, what to learn in these competencies? For that, you have to follow the pathway guide. So you'll understand what are the study checklist for this competencies. Okay, now that brings us to the fourth step. So fourth step is about planning your submissions. Now, once you get access to the portal, once your senior profile statement is approved, you get access to the portal, then you have to start your preparation by selecting the competencies, understanding the competencies, and then planning your submissions, written submissions. So what are the submissions that you have to do on RICS portal? Let us see. There is one senior summary of experience, which is for APC candidates. It is not required for senior profession. And that is why I was saying that for senior professional, it is comparatively easier, because you don't have to write this lengthy summary of experience, which is around 5,500 worded document, right? So this you don't have to write. Okay, you just have to write this case study. Case study. Okay. Now, what is this case study all about? Case study will be a state, you can say it's a statement of the challenges that you have faced in your projects and how you have mitigated those challenges by demonstrating the competencies, right? So you have to write 3 case studies, each of 1,000 to 1,500 words. 3 case studies, each of 1,000 to 1,500 words. 3 case studies, each of 1,000 to 1,500 words. 3 case studies, each of 1,000 to 1,500 words. 3 case studies, each of 1,000 to 1,500 words. 3 case studies, each of 1,000 to 1,500 words. 3 case studies, each of 1,000 to 1,500 words. 3 case studies, each of 1,000 to 1,500 words. 3 case studies, each of 1,000 to 1,500 words. 3 case studies, each of 1,000 to 1,500 words. 3 case studies, each of 1,000 to 1,500 words. 3 case studies, each of 1,000 to 1,500 words. 3 case studies, each of 1,000 to 1,500 words. 3 case studies, each of 1,000 So 1500 words means you have to write within 1500 words. You cannot go a single word beyond 1500 words. So 3 case studies. The first case study should be on your senior profile. Should be on your senior profile. Senior profile means leadership, managing people, managing resources. So in this first case study, you have to write the challenges that you have faced with respect to managing people, with respect to managing the resources, and with respect to demonstrating the leadership in your organization, leadership challenges that you have faced. So those things you have to write as a part of your case study 1. Right? In case study 2 and case study 3, these 2 case studies are for demonstrating your technical competencies. So in these 2 competencies, you will write how you have, what challenges with respect to the technical competencies you have faced. Like you may have faced any commercial challenge, you may have faced any challenges related to contracts management, contracts practice basically, or you may have faced any problem related to uh, tendering, procurement, how you have managed those things, how you have demonstrated your competencies while managing or mitigating those issues. So that will be the part of your case study 2 and case study 3. Now, what is the difference between this case study 2 and case study 3? They could have, only included case study 2 and written all the technical competencies there. So as we have seen in the list of competencies, technical competence, there are many technical competencies, 6 plus 2, 8 competencies. So in case study 2, you have to demonstrate at least two technical competencies from the list of 8. And in case study 3, you have to demonstrate another 2, which is not similar to the previous 2 competencies. Right? So if you are demonstrating contract practice and procurement in technical competency case study 1, sorry, in this case study, we are this case study 2, right? So here, if you are demonstrating contract practice and procurement and tendering, in case study 3, you cannot take the same. You have to demonstrate quantification and project finance maybe, right? Or you can demonstrate commercial. So any other 2, apart from what you have already demonstrated in case study, technical competency 1, right? Case study 1. So that you have to keep it in your mind, right? Now, there is a specific structure how you should write your case study. Okay, this is the structure. Okay. So there will be a brief overview of the key issues that you have faced in the project, and then what was your role in the project. Then outline of the few challenges and how you have resolved it, and what was the outcome after resolution. Okay. So this is how you have to structure your case study. During our guidance program, we generally provide some model submissions of our passed out candidates to help you understand how it should be written, how an effective submission should be written, to help you in understanding in the structuring of the case study, right? So it will be there. Okay, CPDs. So along with the case study, you have to do CPD, means you have to upload CPD records. So 20 hours of learnings you have to record on your portal. What you have learned in the last 12 months from the date of submission, going back from the date of submission. Okay. So 20 hours of learning, maybe you have done some CPD on contract practice. You can write that you have done 1 hour or 2 hours of CPD on contract practice. Even today, what we are doing, this CPD is also formal CPD. Okay, formal CPD. You can record that on your portal. Like you have attended 1 hour of program on guidance for senior professional assessment through professional assessment through to MRICS. So that also you can upload as a part of your formal CPD, right? So like that, you have to upload 20 hours. Okay. What else you have to do? Complete 20 hours of CPD. Then you have to do one professionalism module, that is ethics test on the portal. Okay, this is the professionalism module or ethics test. So ethics test is based on a module that you have to go through on the portal, right? And after you finish the module, reading the module and understanding the module, you have to go for a multiple choice question answer. And you have to you have to score 75% in that professionalism module test, right? Now, what if you are not able to get that 75%? You will get multiple attempts to qualify it. So nothing to worry about, right? You can get n number of times. You can take n number of attempts to qualify. So you will be able to qualify it. Maybe in the first attempt, second attempt, or third attempt, but you will be able to qualify it. Okay. Then this case study has to be uploaded. Summary of experience is not applicable for you. CPDs has to be done. Competence selection has to be done. Counselor you have to select from the very first day, right? And once it all is done, your counselor will approve your documents, right? And then you will do the declarations. And finally, it will go to the RICS assessment panel for assessing the documents and arranging an interview for you if all the documents are in line. Okay. Okay, so that brings us to the next step, that is ethics test. We have already discussed about it. Submissions we have discussed. Okay, so till the submission, it is one phase. When you are writing the case studies and submitting on the portal, doing the professionalism model, doing and submitting on the portal, declaring the CPD records on the portal, selecting the competence. So this is one phase that will be done before your interview. After the submission phase is complete, RICS will check your submissions, and then they will, if everything is in line, they will send you an email saying that all your documents are verified, and now they are arranging for final assessment interview, right? So they will send you probable dates for your interview, where you have to select the dates, and then you have to go for 1 hour in interview. So what will happen in that interview? What you have to do in that interview? You have there is a specific structure of an interview. It will be 1 hour interview, right? 1 hour interview. In 1 hour interview, first 10 minutes will be dedicated to a presentation that you have to deliver. Presentation you have to deliver for the first 10 minutes. And the presentation will be based on your senior profile, your achievements that you have done in your career, and what you have submitted as a part of your case study. So all these things you have to present in the first 10 minutes of your interview. Then after those 10 minutes, there will be questions from your senior profile, there will be questions from your case study, there will be questions from your competencies for the next 50 minutes, right? So there will be 3 people who will be asking you question, right, left, up, down, center, and you have to respond to them. Yeah, right? But it is not like a job interview, frankly speaking. It will be a professional discussion. And specifically for the professional, senior professionals, it is more of a professional discussions, right? They will not go deep down into the technical competencies and ask you the transaction level things. Okay. They will ask you the strategic level things, mostly focusing on the ethics, rules of conduct, right? In the technical competencies, they will um, um, ask you the questions which will relate to the strategic advice or decision making, right? So it will not be questions which are asked to APC guys, means APC route guys, not be like that. It will be different from that. Okay, mostly we'll see the question will start from your senior profile and whatever the achievements you have done. Then it will move to the case study, and then they will move to the technical and mandatory competencies. Okay. So prepare a PowerPoint presentation on your case study and your senior profile that you have to deliver for 10 minutes. And then you have to face the questions from the panel, right? Doing mock interviews are important before you go for your final assessment interview. Mock interview with with all those people who have experience in assessment. So they will be they are the best person that they and for guiding you for your final assessment interview. right? They understand the format of the interview if they have done it already, and they know how to frame the questions or ask the questions to the senior professionals. So get guidance from somewhere to do some mock interviews before you go to your final interview, right? And the final step is once the interview is done, your result will be published in 5 working days. You will get to know your results in 5 working days, right? So this is how you follow step-by-step process, and you can achieve your MRICS, right? So I have tried to explain the process very quickly in a very short time, right? There are many things, there's minute things involved in each of the process, which you will experience while you will be doing this certification program. But in short, I have tried to explain you. I don't want to dump a lot of information in your brain, but just I want to give you an overall understanding of how this process is all about and what you have to do briefly. Okay. Now, if you have any questions, you can ask me, right? Then we will go forward and explain what type of support we can provide, and we will conclude.
Sir, I have a question regarding the very first step. As you said, there are two ways before starting this journey. One is for the senior professional, one is directly going to the link, and prior to that, sending a
Email to
profile.
RICS.
So in that,
Yes.
during that time, do we need to select the counselor, that is MRICS or a MRICS fellow?
No. When you are establishing the first communication with RICS, you don't need to select counselor.
Right.
You just need to inform RICS that you are intentive or interested in pursuing the MRICS certification, and you want to apply for it. So kindly guide me the way forward. Then they will send you the link, right? Link for registration, right? And they will explain the process as well. Like
Okay.
after registration on through this link, you have to submit a profile statement. They will send you few formats as well. So you will establish a communication channel with RICS, and you can pick up if there is any bottleneck going forward in the process. You will have some communication channel, right, established with RICS. You can take help from there. So that is how you
Right.
can do.
So the very first step is to get uh, entered into, I mean, rather qualified for the uh, process.
Yes, the first step is to understand whether you are eligible for senior professional route or not. All right. That you can discuss with any MRICS fellow. They will give you understanding about whether you are eligible for it or not. Even today we have discussed about it, right? If you think that your profile is matching somewhere with what we have discussed today, you can go for. You can check your eligibility to RICS, because RICS has the final call on it, right? They have the discretion and prerogative to allow you or not to allow you. So uh, you have to take uh, the approval from RICS, and you have to write your profile statement in that way, matching with the expectations of RICS. And your profile statement, there is a word limit for you. 400 words. You cannot go beyond 400 words to write your profile statement. In 400 words, you have to explain how you are uh, demonstrating leadership, managing people, managing resources, and all these things you have to write within 400 words. So that is where you need the guidance of your counselor before writing the profile statement. Right? So profile
Got
statement
it.
is the second step. First step is
Okay.
establish the communication channel with RICS. They will send you the link for registration and those templates for writing the profile statement. Second step is to fill up that form and this profile statement and send it back to RICS. So this is the second step to know.
Right. Sir, thank you. Very neatly explained, sir. Do we get this recording or slides?
You can get it, no problem. I'm recording this session. If you want, I can send you. No problem.
Please, sir. Thank you. Thank you. Bye. That's it for me.
Yes. Any question from any other participants? Okay, so we have guidance for this submission writing and competencies classes. We have e-learning portal where you can learn the competencies. You can have access to the reading resources. We vet your submissions, vet your profile statement. Mock interviews will be there as a part of our program, and then support till MRICS. So if you're interested, you can write to us at connect@alphalearnings.com. Uh, WhatsApp us. We are there on YouTube, on LinkedIn. You can follow me on LinkedIn and our company on LinkedIn. And this is our website where you can go and see what we are doing. Right. So that is all. If you have any questions, you can ask me, or else we will conclude today. Still. Okay, then. So thank you very much for participating today. Right. If you have any question, you can write to us.